Good morning, Leda.
Good morning, Tatiana.
You look wonderful, and there is such a nice place where you are. Very beautiful picture.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
Looking at us, what we do. I'm in a hotel traveling.
So it's very interesting to meet in the morning in some new place.
Yeah, you have seen probably a lot of places with me because I'm taking you around the world with me.
Yes, yes. So it's very interesting. And where are you now?
Currently, I'm in Riga. It's my last day of traveling this year. I'm going home today. Still keep working for a little bit more than a week, maybe 2, and then I will take off for a week.
Oh, so glad to hear that. Active working and active rest.
Yes, yes.
And now, before the new year, before people will conclude what they did, what they done during the year, and to make new plans. And so I hope everybody are now more in the concluding and planning of the next year. And as we are looking forward to see you in Moscow with your training, holistic coaching, from the 7th of February till the 9th of February 2019. I would like to ask you, and our future participants are asking about that, what will be this training about? Could you tell us?
It will be about many things. First of all, what I would like to do is to make it very experimental and very experiential, because that's the way how we learn best. You know, I think nowadays you can listen to many theories, you can read about a lot of theories. A lifetime is not enough for that. But it's very different when we start applying and when we start thinking about what we do and how we do and what we disable and enable in ourselves. So my goal would be to understand a little bit more the philosophy of coaching, to understand a little bit our personal philosophies of coaching and life, because they impact the way how we coach much stronger than we believe. And I mentor a lot for MCC, and actually the biggest change which is happening often is a transformation in their thinking, and in some parts of their philosophy they have held even unconsciously about coaching, about themselves and relationships with others. And when we manage to shift that, then of course at behavioral level a lot of things change as well, and how we perceive what the client says. So that's one part, to understand a little bit more about our philosophies. And then I would like to do different experiments which involve let's call this the whole brain. And when I say the whole brain, on one hand it's the whole brain in the head, but also the somatic brains, like our heart and our body and gut, because that's as I have listened to a podcast not very long time ago, and I think she was Amanda Blake, who said that the body is extension of our brain. It's not separate parts of us. And I think that's a good way to learn a lot about ourselves, because we are the main instrument for coaching. You know, we use techniques, we use models, which are brilliant, they are very useful, but they have their limits. And if we cannot use ourselves really well, then we are not probably doing the best coaching what we do. So my goal would be to understand much better of who we are as coaches in many levels, and what's the best use of ourselves as coaches, and hopefully also as persons, as human beings in our private lives. So we'll do movements, we'll do different types of listening, we'll work with deep listening, in a sense, to understand our personal stories, to rewrite some parts of it, to listen to the client's stories. We look into the hero's journey, which is a universal metaphor of human transformation. And having been a linguist for a long time, and having been very much interested in what's the connection between how we talk, think, and who we are. So I will try to use some theories and principles from that as well. And of course, we'll talk a lot about how we think about the world, how we perceive, and how we get insights, and what are some of the realistic and unrealistic expectations about what's happening in the cognition of the client and in the change of the client.
It sounds very, very interesting and intriguing, even intriguing.